Unicorn Circuit.
Welcome to the Unicorn Circuit, your weekly dose of fanking, car news, conspiracies, weird laws, my towns, crap cars and food bags. It's a huge show.
It's a huge show, but it's a short show, just like last week's was so short.
Was it?
Short and snappy.
I didn't notice.
It was short.
Martin, we're talking Evos.
Yep.
We're talking Golf Rs.
Yep.
We're talking Focus RSs.
Yep.
We're talking AMGs.
Yep. Are we?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
But I was just going down the hot hatch train.
The hot hatch hole.
Martin, we probably need to begin the news by chatting about your Evo.
Let's do it.
Should we do that? Once the graphics go on, it is.
3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome to the news.
Welcome to the news. It's better with the graphics. It really establishes that we're in a different place.
It makes it seem like the show is better than it really is, doesn't
Exactly.
it? Martin, let's talk about Evo. How's your Evo going? By now you've seen that the Evo has won the battles. No surprises.
Well, no surprises.
There's a couple of surprises, but maybe they'll be revealed on the other channel yet, because we haven't got to the performance elements or long-term longevity of the vehicles yet. And we don't want to blow the clown too early.
Right, so what you're saying is that we are going to talk about the fact that my Evo...
Well, there it is.
No, we'll beat that.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
That's fine.
We'll get to that.
We'll
Martin, let's talk about before it was beep, beep, beep. Let's talk about your Evo. Are you loving life now you're in a real Evo?
Oh, I love the fact that it's registered. It's legal to drive on the road. It's four-wheel drive. Yes, I know. Yep. Bombshell Too Sexy is not four-wheel drive.
But you're keeping Too Sexy as well. That's the bombshell. Yeah. Really. Too Sexy will live on.
It's a good car. Like, it's good. And
yes.
it's not. I mean, as you clearly know, it needs tyres and it needs brakes and there's very obvious things that it needs. I know. Can you believe it? What?
I'm going to wait for you to finish talking before I...
Did you just realise something?
Yes.
It needs tyres, it needs brakes, whatever. But, yeah, it's still good fun. And so we're still going to let it hang around. You're right.
You, anybody that bid on Twisted didn't pay, you. Sorry, I got angry because...
No.
Because...
You just remembered?
Because Too Sexy lives on, and guess what? Twisted is living on as well, still parked in the garage
next
because...
to Too Sexy.
Every single person that bid didn't pay. We did second chance offer, next person. No one paid.
To the point where...
No one paid.
Get this, to the point
what the hell?
So the auction filled up with troll dickheads. Like, we sort of knew that was going to happen, I reckon. It got up to $100,000. So as much as that would be freaking amazing for a charity to receive a whole bunch of money, here's the problem. eBay went, nah, too many fake biggers. So they actually changed. Like, some head honcho on eBay went in, spoke to Mechanical Stig and said, we're going to set it up so you've got to contact...
Be approved first.
Be approved, right?
Application
so
to bid.
People who people who bid were approved, contacted and said, yes, I want to buy this car. Yeah. And then when...
Which is funny because they were actually lying. And so, and there's one thing I don't like, Martin, that's like just lying to someone's face to waste their time.
Straight up.
Hey, I want to buy the thing. Oh, cool, you won the thing. I'm not paying.
Yeah.
Oh, the next person. Oh, I didn't want to buy it.
No, I didn't want to buy it.
We're just wasting time.
I just hit bid. Even though, like, it clearly says when you hit bid, if you bid, you own it. Yes. When you win, you own it. Well, second chance.
Anyway, that's all.
We can talk about
Thanks
it
for nothing.
Thanks
for chopping. So to date, Reach Out has received absolutely $0.
They're still going to receive a donation from us, and they're still going to receive a donation from Ray because he's a freaking legend.
Yes.
So there's going to be something, and we're just going to see
we're in negotiations with ourselves about what's going to happen, but we're going to make sure they get some money. If you would like to donate some money to Reach Out, the link is down below. Reach out. Amazing. Let's get into the news,
Maybe
Martin.
people would like to fund the crushing. Ooh. And that funding would go somewhere special.
Martin.
Like Reach Out. Anyway,
Martin, should we just start off with the Tesla? Should we just go straight there? The Y has come out. By now you've probably seen it's the Model S, the Model 3, the Model X, the Model Y, and it says the word Too Sexy.
And the only reason it's a 3 is because they couldn't call it the Model E because they were going to get sued by someone.
Really?
Otherwise it would have been, so it's super internet and it's a 3. I mean, I don't know why anyone would do that, like 2 Evo with a 3. I mean, like, that's stupid shit.
Or 3 Evo. Yeah. So obviously their new Model Y has come out, 300-mile range, all sorts of electronic gadgetry in it. There's a 7-seat option. If you want that, you've got to pay for that though, otherwise it's a 5-seater. Martin, it doesn't look great.
Oh, you don't love the look of it?
The side of it looks hot diggity hot. Front on, it looks like a prawn wearing a chastity belt.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean by
Yeah,
that?
I do.
Just all covered up.
I'm kind of okay with it because those mid-side SUVs are not cool. They're just not cool cars. I mean, they're very useful, but they're not cool. And most of them look like rubbish, with the exception of some like cool, does that T1Rs and things like where they look a bit kind of, you know,
I mean, we're grasping at straws.
We're reaching there. But if you're buying one of those, you're not really buying it for the looks, although you might try and convince yourself that you are, but you're probably not.
That's otherwise pretty cool. Like for what it is, and the fact that it's fast. There's lots of different options. The fact that you know, Elon, you know, was saying it's 300 usable miles, which is pretty cool.
That's huge.
And that's about all there is to say about that. You can Google that. There's heaps of tech, heaps of information about it.
One cool thing that did happen with that, you probably noticed that when they first did their teaser photos, like they often do, it's obviously very silhouette-y and whatever. A lot of people will get that photo, stick it in Photoshop, and try and like mess with the settings to see if they can like reveal the lines of the car.
Okay.
And if you do that to the Tesla photo on the number plate, it says "nice try."
Oh, really?
Chopped so hard, chopped so hard. But also, they what a lot of people didn't realise is they actually teased another Tesla in the whole big press release thing, which is on YouTube, and you can watch it right towards the end somewhere, very like, you know, superhero movie style in the credits or something. There's a Blade Runner sequence, but then they just flashed up a picture of this like other car with a big light bar across the front, and they're teasing it because no one picked it up. So I think Elon actually had to tell everyone and go, "Oh, by the way, there was a teaser in there." So it was a bit
an Easter egg.
too mysterious. They're talking about a Tesla Ute, like a pickup. They call it a pickup, Tesla Ute. Does that get you a little bit?
It does.
Yeah, I thought it might.
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually think that's really cool.
I think that's really cool. 6-seater.
Because electric is torque, right?
Well, yeah. 6-seater, which is kind of handy, and 800-kilometre range is the rumour.
That's pretty good.
But that's only rumoured. They reckon they're probably going to talk more about it end of this year, and then they'll start making it 2020. What's interesting about that is when they say we're going to start making it, that's a really short time frame.
A very short
Back in the
time
day,
frame.
it was like, oh, there's a concept car, and now it's, you know, 7 years away before you see it. Speaking of concept cars, I'm going to jump straight into this because it's along the same line. I want to show you a couple of concept cars.
Oh.
I'm going to show everyone.
Oh.
This is the Nissan IMQ. We'll flash it up. This is the Nissan IMQ concept. What is that?
That's not real.
What is that?
That's someone, I'll tell you what that is. Someone
That's
went
from
on like a
Nissan's
3-week bender and then came home, gouged one of their eyes out with a spoon, and with the remaining eye told someone else, draw a circle, draw a square, print. And that's what that is.
Well, that person works for Nissan.
Oh, did they? Allegedly,
That's an official Nissan photo.
Wow.
Speaking of Nissan concept cars, though,
yes.
I mean, we can go back in time like a good 20 years and we will be presented with, and we've discussed this car before, but I need to show it in...
This is the vomit bag, isn't it? Wow.
Do you remember this one?
Wow.
Another Nissan concept.
Look at
But
that.
they actually did it and turned it into a GTR. So,
I mean, but what's interesting is that the actual GTR looks better than that.
But
normally the concept goes backwards.
are you seeing similarities, though? Like in sort of what they're going for with their concept, like it's the same angle, it's butt first, it's, you know, big wheels on a thing.
Yeah.
But there's other concepts. So I want to rewind.
Okay.
I want to go back in time a little bit and show some other Nissan concepts.
Great.
So here we have the Nissan Cocoon.
Oh, the Cocoon. That looks a little bit like a Nimbus.
Totally. And here we have
that looks
the
awesome.
Nissan Mid-4. So this is, I think, 80s even.
Is that a Ferrari or is it an MR2?
I don't know. It's Nissan concepting stuff. But
That looks like someone who's tried to make their MR2 look like a supercar. That's what that looks like.
Well, I mean, it's got some, like, the full classic disc 80s wheels. And, like, I think stock 180SX wheels sort of look like that in the end.
Yeah.
But, I mean, how do we get from that to that? I mean, full robot vomit from that kind of cool red thing. There's also this APX. What's going on with the front of that thing?
That looks great, I reckon.
It's kind of weird.
The front of that looks a little bit like the CA180s that had the little snouts, like a kind of a square snout.
Anyway, there's your little lesson in concept cars.
There it is. Now, speaking of 2020, we're talking about the Teslas possibly being available then. The Golf Mark 8 is going to be out in the late part of 2020. Now, Martin, normally what they do is they give everyone the full the POV spec one, and then they go later on, oh, here's the GTI and here's the other. So this time, the big news from the land of the Vag appears to be that they're just going to send the GTI with all the other ones.
Oh, you have to wait.
Apparently, yes.
So you can get like base model GTI, can you get an R?
No, that'll come later.
Oh, man.
So not much news at all. But what's interesting is they're going switchless, Martin, which is like, imagine if you wore pants, but then you were a nudist, what would you do?
Well, I wouldn't wear pants.
Exactly. And what if for nudism to the switch was to the pant to the nudist? No switches.
Okay.
That's right.
Well, you said it was switchless, so that sort of implied that there would be no switches.
Yeah, there's going to be no switches.
So why
they
do we
reckon
need
there's going to be a switchless interior.
Why do we need the pantless metaphor?
So that everybody can understand.
Did you just want to visualise no pants?
Well, they probably think we're wearing pants. Or maybe they can see down here, which is pretty funny. Anyway, so that's going to be coming out. A lot of people are excited about that because the Mark 7 platform, which is maybe part of the Mark 6, maybe it's getting long in the tooth. I don't know. It's still very capable.
Well, you just also need something new.
They're cool.
You just always need something new.
Martin, I've got one more bit of news, but I'm going to let you, because you've probably got a couple of things, get through that.
I've got some interesting stuff.
Because we're doing some electric news, aren't we?
Oh,
now?
yeah, this is all electric stuff.
All right.
So last episode we spoke about streetlight charging, remember?
Yes.
So
fantastic.
A friend of ours who actually runs our forum is from Scotland and he works on streetlights.
Really?
And he said, I can't let this one, he emailed me and he's like, I can't let this one go. Okay. Because I work on streetlights. Here's why streetlight charging is a stupid idea.
No, it's not.
Wait for it. He goes, where do you need the streetlights to be able to charge the cars?
Well, on the street?
Yeah, on the street next to the curb. What happens if you put streetlights next to the curb?
People crash into them?
Kablamo.
Oh.
Crushed. Kablamo. Into them.
But aren't they just replacing streetlights that are already there?
I think it's a trial that's actually happening in Ireland. Ireland has 5,500 electric cars currently, and they're doing it more for like people that live in apartments and things like that. So I'm sure it's not every single streetlight, but just as a general rule, if you think about where streetlights are, they're generally not right on the curb.
Yes.
I mean, if there's like a footpath, they're usually back from that so that they do the street and the curb and whatever. Obviously, it's different depending where you live, but that's a good point. Like you need to be able to plug your car directly in.
You do.
And people do run into stuff, and streetlights are big things, and if they've got like 350 volts or whatever it is running through them.
But the power that's going through them is meant to be the same power that was just going in them anyway.
Or it'd be slow charging.
Because it is slow charging, it's overnight charging.
Anyway, cablers dangling around and people tripping over them is another one.
That's not
so that was interesting, brought up by someone who actually works on streetlights for a living. So it'll be interesting to see how they actually work that out. I imagine it'd go like under and there'd be a little plug or something.
You know, Martin, in other vag news, just quickly, and on that point, is a staple, I've never really liked them by the way, but a staple of Audi's Armada has been the TT.
Yes.
Which they're cool. I've never owned one, never driven one. They're cool, they are what they are. Their RS, they're looking at making them go like electric. They're like, how can we get rid of or mitigate the use of internal combustion engines to make them go whatever, because that's really important to us.
Yep.
And so someone's like, oh, it's so important to you, what about the R8? Oh no, we'll keep an engine in that, because that's an icon.
Yeah, flagship.
Yeah, so we'll keep that. So it's interesting when you're trying to convince everybody that electric is like the future, but then your best car, you're like, oh, but not for that one. Because that's a tricky message,
That's what they call like the brand leaders, isn't it? Like we got to have the fire-breathing, loud, noisy one that everyone gets tingly over, but then they actually go and buy a Polo.
And that's you.
Okay. The cops in New South Wales have been given a Honda Civic Type R. It looks a little bit like this. You're not going to get chased by it in your Astra.
They might. They did say, didn't they? They said if we need to respond to something that's in front of us, we will, but it's actually about community engagement.
Occasionally this pops up every now and then and you'll see some kind of like relatively cool car, questionable in this case. No, they're actually pretty cool. They're fast. Apparently they're fast.
Apparently they're fast.
I haven't driven one, but apparently they're fast around tracks and stuff. It's like a sponsorship thing where Honda goes, here, have a car. They put a bunch of stickers on it and go, now it's a police car.
Maybe Honda should give us a car and we'll put a bunch of stickers on it and say now it's a Mighty Come On's car.
That would be cool. The police will, they said the police will find it a good community engagement tool. I would say probably not so good for engaging with communities that like burnouts because front wheel drive.
Yes.
But
hey. Martin, here's the thing. This is the question for the day. You know, sometimes we have a question, we normally bring it in later. My question is in your country, do you think that older people should be required to renew their licence and do a driving test? I want to give you a quick couple of stats here for a second, Martin. Older drivers account for 12% of fatalities. We're talking about New South Wales at the moment, but they're only 6% of licensed drivers, which is a lot. So 17 to 25 is still the highest. That's around 13% of fatalities on the road. Any percent is too much, really. But in New South Wales, drivers that are over 75 years old need to get medical checks every year, and they need to renew their driving test every 2 years. Now, a lot of people say New South Wales is a nanny state, but I think based on those stats, I don't think that's a bad idea.
This has been in for a while, not a long, long time. I remember when it came in, and because it was probably, I think, around the time I might have been getting my license, and there's old people renewing licenses in the same place. Interesting what you said as well. Like any percent is too much. Do you think that's even possible? While we are in control, or there's human error?
No, because even when humans are not in control, someone's just going to mess with the system and just cause chaos anyway.
There's even that, or the fact that a lot of this self-driving stuff as well is already, you know, it makes the news every time. Oh, my self-driving car crashed into a sheep.
Yes. Yeah. Is that the news?
Which is bad.
wow.
Nissan Leaf has sold 400,000. Nissan has sold 400,000 Leafs, which is pretty impressive.
That's a lot.
Almost 500,000 electric cars.
That's a treat.
Getting around. Biggest selling one so far. Interesting to see who will try and knock them off that perch. As
what's the price point?
And everyone else. I don't know, but it's in Australia. It's not cheap.
Okay.
Like it's not a $20,000 car. It's like a $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 car. It's more of a lifestyle choice, like putting a battery in your house or something.
Or
you won't make the money back, but you want to be environmental.
So there it is. Keeping you all up to date with the news because we care about it and you. Let's jump into, is that even legal? This week on Is That Even Legal? Martin, do you know what time it is?
Yeah.
Can you tell me? Don't! It's illegal!
Where? I don't believe you.
Can't. No, you can't. You're not allowed to tell the time. This is between 3:29 p.m. and 6:47 p.m. in Madrid. It's illegal to ask someone what the time is.
Because is that siesta time?
I don't know, man. You just can't ask.
You don't know why?
I didn't
So
tell
you know
that
it's
far.
a fact, but you don't know why it is.
Well, it could be. Normally I research it, but this one seemed like utter bullshit. But still, it's listed as one of the strange laws in Europe. So there it is. Next up, Martin, we've got... actually, we are doing some weird stuff from Unicorn, but we're just not doing mailbag.
Sure.
All right, here we go. Weird stuff from Unicorn. This week on Weird Stuff from Unicorn, Martin, I bought something. Is
this like when I bought something and I got the Lego, or you bought something, got the engraver, and it was like a pen?
This is real.
Oh.
This is colour match paint for a black vag wheel.
Okay.
So that when you curb your car, you can paint it the right colour. You can also get colour match paint in these little pens to do your car. And lots of people are like, I need to paint a thing, I need to whatever. If you get on eBay or the internet, you can actually find paint that's matched to your colour code. You can go to websites, enter your colour code in and go, hey, I need the Golf this or the Evo this, and they will actually make it for you. And there it is, Martin. That's my little quick tip of the day.
That's a good tip. You know what? I reckon if
it costs about $10.
I reckon if you bought bulk 4-litre tins of paint and divided it up into these and stuck them in the mail, you can make some money.
I reckon someone's doing all right.
Because that smells like just straight up automotive paint.
Well, this one here is just gloss black wheel paint, so it's not actually matched to the car, but the other ones that I've got for a couple of cars are. But what's interesting about these is that, like, I've bought these 3 times now because I've been touching up my wheel, and someone's like, is that a thing? Like, most people don't know you can do that. And I go, oh, you have it, I'll buy another one, and now I've done that 3 times. Have you ever touched up a wheel, or do you just go
for $10
with
and then sell them to other people for 15?
No, I just give them to friends. I'm just
nice
like, because they go, my car's got one of those, and I go, I'll bring it over, I'll fix it, my car's at home, and I just go, you take it.
Is there any worse feeling than curbing your wheels?
Especially when it goes like this, right? You reverse, and it goes, and you go, oh, and then you look at it, and it's the whole wheel's rooted. Like that.
No, or when you go, oh no, I better get off the gutter. Oh no, I'm stuck on the gutter.
Full Quincy squid, isn't it?
Oh no. Yeah, like I did in Super Grants the other day where I'm like, just driving around, turn left, kablamo.
Oh really?
And there's just one of these, you know those gutters that just do this?
Oh no.
And they stick right out and you... Oh.
So here's the question then, because the wheels on Super Gramps are colour matched to your car, that's the squid ink, right? Squid juice?
Yes, but I hit the aluminium bit.
Oh.
So... Hey,
oh no, they're different wheels now.
Hey, Barrel
No,
Brothers.
but isn't the interior of the wheel the colour match to the wheel, or is that your old wheel?
I didn't scratch them.
Okay.
I just scratched the outside bit.
Okay.
But yes, that colour match stuff, yes, I could do that, but I have to get the house of colour.
The question is how do you repaint aluminium to repair it?
You don't.
Exactly.
You get a big grind, you weld more aluminium in, and then you put on a lathe, and it takes ages. And hey, Barrel Brothers, can you fix my wheels?
There you go. Everybody, there it is. Next up, it's time for My Crap Car.
This week on My Crap Car, when you send us a video of your crap car filmed this way without too much wind noise, don't worry about putting music on it, just send us some details of your mad crap car. This week we have Josh from the south of France who has an Audi A6 Estate.
It's a vag fest, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, let's hit it. And we're going to the, how do you say south in French?
Oh, I can't remember.
The south of France.
Hello Unicorn Circuit, my name is Josh and I'm coming to you from the south of France and this is my crap car. Now before I show you the car, I just want to give you some context. I bought this car literally about 2 hours ago. I hope it's going to become my daily my daily car. So this is my Audi A6 Estate. It is absolutely stunning, as you can see. The car has some interesting features. For instance, it has smoked headlights on the front there, as you can see. It's in absolutely fantastic condition. I mean, you know, nothing's missing off of the front of it. It has some interesting security features as well. The door, obviously being unlocked there, doesn't open unless you really give it a pull, so that dissuades thieves. Now, bear in mind, I'm in France, and so we drive on the right-hand side of the road. So the steering wheel should be on the left, which it's not. So that sort of gives it a JDM sort of a JDM heritage, which I quite like. When you look inside of it, you know, when you look at the general condition, everything is as new, really. I mean, I really can't see any wear on the car whatsoever. Now, I really bought this car because the mileage on it is just really incredibly low, and everything works absolutely fine except for the brakes, the drive shafts. The rear lights don't work on it that well at all. It's quite a sporty version. It's the diesel 1.9. I've driven the car once. It stays on the road just about. The front tyres aren't the same on the left and on the right. That's for performance reasons when you're going around right-hand bends. We've got some weight reduction here on the side, which is yeah, they've taken off any unnecessary weight. And yeah, as we move round, someone's obviously redesigned the rear wing and the rear light, obviously using a telegraph pole, I think. So yeah, that's my crap car. So now I'm gonna get on the internet and work out exactly how I fix all of that up. Thanks for watching. Love the show, love what you guys do, big fan, and yeah, keep it up. Thanks.
There it is. Thank you very much for sending us in your crap car. We'd love to see your crap car. You can send it to mycrapcar at the unicorncircuit.com.
Have you been to south of France?
I've been to Chartres.
Oh, I've been to Toulouse.
The Chartres Cathedral. I'm going to sneeze.
Oh, yeah?
Please keep talking.
Really bad?
It's going to be awkward.
No, I'll just keep talking. I went down there as well, and it was awesome. And I got down there from driving down from Paris, and we just sat on 180 k's an hour the whole way, just in some like estate van thing, Renault, a space, some massive like 9
in Europe, they call a station wagon an estate. We don't use the word estate in Australia, do we? No estate. No, they call over there, they call it an estate. We call it a station wagon.
Ours is a station wagon. I mean, only some people drive them to the station and put wagon wheels in them, so I don't know why it's a station wagon.
Wow. What? Okay, there it is, everybody. Next up, it's time for some epic conspiracies. This week, Martin's taking your brain hole to a whole new area of the galaxy that has recently been not discovered.
What if you were a pretend car salesman and you were a fake estate agent?
A real?
A fake estate agent. Oh, what are we doing now? Something else?
We should. Where Marty's about to blow your
conspiracy hat cat
into a completely new galaxy of undiscovered stars and realities with
this is a big one.
Hat.
This is big. Cat. You should stay around. Only if you want. This week on Conspiracy Cat Hat, this is where we pull the absolute finest of creamy quality of conspiracies from the interballs and deliver it straight into your eyeballs. Eyeballs from the interballs into your eyeballs via our eyeballs.
Marty's pulling the finest of creamy quality into your eyeballs. Yeah. Okay. All right. What have you got for us,
This
Martin?
is big, dude.
Okay.
You ready for this?
Yes.
Memes are just marketing ploys. Memes are not real. They're marketing.
What?
All of them. Every meme you've ever seen is someone trying to sell you something.
Oh, that is the conspiracy.
That's the
I thought you were
conspiracy.
trying to say that was real.
No.
It's like, oh, wow. Okay.
Well, no, but it is real.
What?
I mean, that's the conspiracy. I mean, you think memes are real. Memes are just advertising.
Next meme.
What?
Sorry.
Is that a meme?
That's a PewDiePie reference.
Oh, I don't know what that means. Memes. Everyone knows what a meme is, probably. I mean, I hope you do. Otherwise, I mean, you're on the internet, so you think that you probably would. It's got like, you know, impact. My friend, he loves the impact font. Can't stand it. Apparently, meme was coined by Richard Dawkins in like the 70s, and saying that it's viral because it's viral. They go viral, and that shouldn't just apply to like diseases. It could apply
As in the evolutionary God delusion, self-esteem.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's him.
Okay.
And in anthropological settings, so just generally human beings, it's like, this is a meme, this is viral. So he gave it a meme and gave it a name, which is kind of cool.
The hair on your leg keeps tickling me.
Sorry. Some examples. That movie Bird Box that came out on Netflix a while ago.
Did people walk across the road naked or something?
I can't remember.
People were copying it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's right. The people who could pretend they couldn't see or
walk
something.
across the road.
So
That's stupid.
that was some viral meme marketing that was actually pushed, not necessarily user generated. So it started and then it continued. Some other people who've done it, Nickelodeon have done it. Gucci, who make bags, have put like memes on their Instagram accounts.
They suck.
Oh man, so ugly.
I don't like it.
Anyway, and like Denny's Diner and Nickelodeon and a few others. But a big one as well was Heinz tried to do an argument via memes about whether tomatoes are fruit or a vegetable, and they're like, oh, fruit or vegetable, meme, but it's always a Heinz thing.
So what I think's going on is that a bunch of brands have just jumped on the meme train to try and sell people a bunch of shit they don't need. Like, that's what's going on.
Memes are all marketing, all of them.
Oh.
We'll never know. It's conspiracy. You'll have to work it out for yourself. Anyway, what's next?
Martin, next up it's time for Fank of the Week, and we've got the biggest fanking session we've ever done. Marty's going to be pulling we've pulled some creamy fanks from the internet. We're going to fill both your eye sockets with these. It's going to be huge. I've got 43 fanks for the people, Martin.
That's too many.
Let's just...
No, that's way too many. Now let's just do it.
Okay, here's the fanks. Welcome to Fanking, which is the delightful art of recontextualizing an item by holding it down near your crotch. All right, we're just jumping right into it.
No, it's not always that, man. You can't be that
I know
sexist.
it's not. I know it's not.
It's not always.
I was trying to say,
sometimes it's a clam.
You were meant to say something else, and I was meant to say something else. But guess what? There's multiples. There's lots of options. Let's just get right into it. We're talking about the art of fanking here, people. Martin, first up, the arse-blowing shop. Now, this one here, what was interesting about that is there's daily demonstrations. I've heard about...
That's very clever.
It's very good.
Why is that not Fank of the Week?
Because it's not a fank. See, that's why I put it first. It's not a fank. It's a funny sign that's got a little bit of obscurity on the front, but that's not a fank.
I reckon if they had stood on their head...
If they'd done a handstand...
And split the legs open and thumbed it, that would be a fank.
Yeah. I would also like it if they fingered the H to get rid of that, so it's just the arse-blowing slop. All right, we're just going to kick through them because we've got a lot. Boom, ball restorer.
You need
Everyone
that
needs
sometimes.
it. There you go. Martin, take it. 4 fingers.
Oh.
Squirty cream, everyone. Shake it up and swirl it over. That's what it says. Martin, a British semi. Oh, would you have a look at that? Now, how do you do a British accent?
Oh, look at me semi.
Look
I've
at me
got a little semi here to show you. What's
That's
that?
it. I've got a little...
It's a happy shopper.
It's a happy shopper
Oh
British
my God,
semi.
that's sorry everyone in Britain for that.
So
I apologise. You
Martin,
do an
look at
Australian
this.
one and you'll be bad
Martin,
too.
let's do a British accent
No,
the whole
let's
time.
not. Oh my God,
Martin,
no.
it's a
We
2
just
inch.
piss everyone
It's
off.
a 2-inch STD.
Oh.
Martin, moving right on. Go the extra mile. Why not? Get into it. Do what you can. Martin, tomatoes.
Does that say scum soup?
I don't know what
Ham
it says.
and scum?
I think it's capsicum.
Rectum?
The rectum doesn't have C-U-M in the end of it. I mean, it might, but... all right. Martin, a large and moist cock. Martin, semen. It's like straight up. There it is. Get your hand around that.
I don't want to drink that.
Martin,
What is going on with this week's fangs? They're hit boost.
I told you Fanks had hit VTech this week. They've gone off their chops. Martin, this is a protein-packed butt milk. Getting right into it. Look at that power cake and the bear is growling, isn't it?
He's cranky.
Oh,
He
look at
wants
that.
to go
Martin,
and growl
pinky,
something.
50% less fat.
Oh. I don't know if that's a good thing.
Well, that's the semi. All right,
What?
Mr. Salty. What is happening? I don't know. It got so good this week.
This is one of the best Fanking, you're right.
Bag balm. There it is. For when it needs a cool down.
Some menthol.
Martin, the grand sack. Look at that. That's a big one too. Martin Badge Fresh. There we go. Loves the Volkswagen.
That's not real.
Dude, that's real. You can't Photoshop that. It's inside a shop. There's more on the shelf. It's Vag Fresh. Martin, push down on the knob slightly before turning it to the desired position. Remove the tag before operating. Look at that belt buckle. The United
Cowboy
States
action.
of
Double
America.
denim.
Look at
Hectic.
that. That's awesome. Martin the Gentle Jack. Let's not wring its neck. Let's just be calm. Self-love. Martin Happiness is him cream. There you go. See, that's a double fank, 2 fingers, off we go. We're actually going to see a fanking technique today that we've never seen before.
A new fanking technique. I thought we've discovered all of them already.
We're going to see something today that we've never seen. It's not a great fank, but the technique deserves some recognition. Good. Martin, here we go. Nut wash here. Enjoy the aroma of freshly washed nuts. I don't know what that product is. I don't know. That's a mini.
That's clearly not a mini.
That's fine.
Look at the
I know the tips poking out. Martin, this here, you wouldn't think this is clever at first until you look. This is a box that's created for cock. Look at that.
What?
It's a box that's created for cock.
Oh.
And it's intensely delicious. It's, Martin, that's a chubby. There you go.
So many thanks.
Smush balls. I put that in there because well done to Tasty, whoever you are. I bought some of them from Woolies the other day.
Are they good?
Absolutely delicious.
What are they?
They're smush balls of dates and coconut nuts, 9 grams of protein per ball. I ate one for breakfast. Martin Red Raw. There you go. You probably need the bag
protein
balm.
stuff like that makes you fart.
No. Martin, that's 2-headed action. It's always the right way up. I don't know what that device is, but it looks like it goes somewhere strange. Martin, look at this. This here, you go, what's that ratchet strap? No, warning. It's got a beaver warning on it.
What?
I don't know. Why?
warning for beavers?
Why do you need to warn the beavers?
I have a beaver that lives on my fridge. I actually do. Like it's a beaver that I bought in Canada.
Did you?
Yeah, hey Canada, what's going on?
Canada, or anyone that inhabits beavers, why do you need to warn them about your ratchet strap?
Someone from
Seriously.
Canada will tell us.
Someone tell us. And today, the code word is beaver ratchet strap. Martin, next up, Dick. There it is. It's Dick in a box, it appears to be. We're still going.
I love that song.
Martin, this one's pretty clever.
Oh my God, there's so many.
The passage to butt. Look at that. Martin, mighty man and naked. Excellent. Wake up to something tasty. We hope we made you smile. Oh, there you go.
It's got a
Martin,
hole
look
in
at
it.
this. Anti-monkey butt powder. What does that do? What is monkey butt? Is it a red raw butt? Is it from riding your bike too much?
No, it's
talcum powder.
Crotch rot. It's crotch rot. If you get crotch rot, you put anti-monkey butt powder on your crotch rot and you don't get crotch rot anymore.
Okay, I don't want to ask why you
Swamp
know about
crotch.
that. Here it is,
No,
the new fanking we've never seen before. He's fanked with his foot, damn it. He's double hung. I don't think we've ever seen fanking with a foot. Have we?
No.
No, there it is. Fanking has evolved, everyone. He's basically an Evo 10. Not quite as good as the others, but still worth mentioning.
Right.
Martin, that's some bitch spray. There it is. This is some crotch. It's just a unicorn crotch mug, whatever that does. Head first, Martin. Get it right. That's the physiology of it.
Straight down the slippery.
What have we got here? It's firm and salty. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what that is. Is it tofu?
Has it got protein in it? Does it make you fart?
Don't want to eat it. It's got a green tick on it.
Is it time for Fank of the Week yet? Dude, Fank of the Week is going to have to be pretty good.
It's pretty good. Martin, here we go. Fat. Fat is actually an
PH.
acronym, which is pretty huge and thick and up the top. Gross. I don't disagree. Martin, here we go. Every man Jack. I mean, is that an instruction? Is it a requirement? Is that a law? Is it just a recommendation?
Were they not very creative with names at that particular hospital?
I don't know, but Martin, you might see here on my screen that I have 2 Fanks of the Week this week.
Double drum roll.
It's getting controversial. First Fank of the Week. Boom, cock, courage, tastes like war. I don't know what is going on there, but look at that label. And in case this news ever gets back to whoever designed that label, because someone had to draw it, design it, well done. I haven't tasted the drink. I don't know what the cock courage is, but whoever made that label, please be known that I think that is freaking awesome. Probably one of the coolest labels I've seen on a bottle. And
Help yourself to some protein fart stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay. And next up, Martin, next up is the second one of the week, which is just a nice one. The Big Willy. Well done. You could have all been, everyone gets a participation award. If you submitted a thank to the Fanking Facebook page, which is Facebook.com/the Fanking Daily page that you'll see in the thing, then you should be congratulated. Give yourselves a fap on the back. Now, Martin, it's time to move on to, we don't have any mailbag. If you want to send us something, you can send it to PO Box 475 Sydney Markets 2129. We'll open it on the show.
Do you know why we don't have any mailbag?
Did we not pay our bill and our post box got closed down?
We didn't go and get it.
Oh, so there is stuff there.
Maybe.
Let's pretend there was nothing there and then I'll send us some stuff.
Okay, there was nothing.
There was nothing there. Please send it to the address that's on your screen and we'll open it on the show. We particularly like creative things, like if you have made a knife out of skateboard bits and then put a chop fingers on it, or if you've done some art, like this crochet, which took this young lady a very long time. If you've made stuff, or if you're in a band and you want to like send some music over or something, send it over and we would love to show it on the show. So there it is. That wasn't mailbag, but there's a little ad for it. Man, it's time for random meat bag and then we got to go make some videos.
Random meat bag is where we expand our brain.
It's going to be awkward.
That's perfect because it's random meat bag.
Okay.
I mean, that's what happens.
Okay, let's just keep it going, Martin. Keep it rolling.
What was random about the fact you burped?
Yes.
Oh, that sucks.
No, but I was halfway through the news and I hadn't even finished the graphics yet. But let's just keep it going, Martin. We need to give the people something real. This is the internet. None of it's real, but they want to get some kind of sense of authenticity. So let's just get into it. No, we can't because I'm getting straight into it, Martin. Here's our unicorn food bag that was given to us by a young lady at Bathurst. So there it is.
Never.
Martin, you can open it this week.
I'm going to open it.
And of course, the mouth is one way to the butthole. And the brain hole and the wormhole is time and space.
Stop it.
I do believe this week we have some kind of JDM inspired salty chocolate chip. Yep.
You did this to mess with me, didn't you?
No.
Because you know my thing. And
What's that? What's your thing? Let's see what's inside, Martin. Let's have a quick look. What country is it from? It appears to be from Japan.
Yeah.
Look. In Japan. Because it's Japan and they're cheeky, I just realised something, Martin. There's only chocolate on. Take a chip. Let's do a demonstration. Take that chip. You can choose how you eat it. You can have the salty side, or you can have the chocolate side.
I'm not sure about
this. The chocolate side.
Two really good things, but they don't necessarily have to be mixed.
Yep, that's good. I can taste the chocolate. Now you eat it this side down. Salted. That's exactly what they said it would be.
That's terrible.
It's a salty, delicious chip.
That
one of the
is
best things we've had on the show.
That's feral.
I really like that.
It's like stale chips with ice magic dribbled across it. So not very good chocolate and not very good chips mixed together. You've just ruined two really good things by combining them. Do not combine two really good things and try and make a better thing.
Well done, Calvi. That's delicious.
Miserably.
I was enjoying them.
Did you want them?
No, that's just rude. Because I was enjoying them, man.
But you always bash the food. Yeah, here's one.
I don't bash it if you like it.
Do you want me to? I didn't know you liked it. I thought you were fake. You want that one? Is that how we done?
We're done,
That was the quickest unicorn circuit ever.
That's it for this week, of course. Keep your eyes out for Evos and gold. No, Martin! We forgot. We've got the biggest
episode ever
of Mighty Come On's coming up this week on Thursday?
Yep.
Is it Thursday? This week on Thursday.
So. I don't know.
By the biggest, I mean it's the grandest in time scale.
Weeks and weeks of schmingling.
It's been a really big job and it's something different. It's a little bit different. And I think I'm really proud of it. They're starting to taste really bad. Is there chocolate on my face? I can see something on my nose and my eye. Anyway, so it's where's the tissues?
Oh, they're gone.
Okay. Anyways, so keep your eye out on the main Mighty Carmod's channel because this episode is just gangbusters big.
Ginormous.
That's awesome. And something a little bit different. Did I say that? A little bit different. You'll like it. So thank you very much, everybody. And thank you for watching the show. And see you next week.
Bye-bye.